I'm Joe.
I'm Emily.
And today we'll be showing you how good it is to be bad in Disney Villainous.
This is a 2 to 6 player game for ages 10 and older. Plays in about 20 minutes per player, so we're looking around 40 minutes. The main setup can be picked up at Amazon, Target, or Walmart for $34.99.
That's right. This game was designed by Prospero Hall and published by Ravensburger.
Yep.
So, in Disney Villainous, every villain that is out has a different goal to complete to win the game. So it is an asymmetrical game, and that just means that while we'll be taking the same sort of actions, our goal to win is completely different than the other person's.
Right.
So, for example, I'll be playing Cruella de Vil today, the worst of all villains.
And it should be noted that she is from an expansion pack, and those are each sold for $24.99.
That's right.
So...
Yep, and you get 3 villains in each of those. So.
Right.
Anyway, so I'll be playing Cruella de Vil, and my goal is to start my turn with at least 99 captured puppies. I'll get even. Just wait, you'll be sorry.
And I'm playing Yzma, who is also from a different expansion pack with 3 different characters, again for $24.99. But her objective is to defeat Kuzco using Kronk.
Kuzco.
So I have to find Kuzco, which is a hero, and I have to beat him with Kronk. Our moment of triumph approaches.
That's right. So to set up the game, you're going to have each player take their deck for their villain and shuffle it up. They're going to take their villain's fate deck as well, and they're going to shuffle that. So each villain has their own separate fate deck. You're going to give each villain their realm here, which is this board that will be moving along to do different actions and stuff. So you always start on the first location in your realm, and then on your turn you'll move to one of the others. We'll go over all of those once we start taking our turns. And then each person's also going to get one of these cards, reference cards, that kind of tell you what all the different actions are.
And we've left one of them up here just for constant reference should you need it.
Yep. And it is important to note that if it's best to give a card from your... Or to have cards from the different expansions, because it actually tells you on the back how the other villains win and how to kind of, try and stop them from winning. And then really important is you want everyone to have their villain guide. And because this is an asymmetrical game with lots of different villains and every villain playing differently, this guide is actually going to kind of get you started and tell you what you want to do, what you're looking for in your deck. Because even if you know how to play the game, if you've never played Cruella de Vil, then you're going to need to know the differences between Cruella and Yzma or Scar or something like that.
Helpful cards.
Yep, cards you'll be looking for, how... And if they have special setup rules, like Yzma has 4 fate decks instead of only 1, that'll be covered in your guide as well. So you really, really, really need to read these before you start playing the villains, and just make sure you understand how to play them.
Right, so this is something special for Yzma. Generally, you have 1 fate deck, and when I would fate Joe, I would take 2 cards, pick the one I want, that's what he gets.
Yep.
However, I have 4 fate decks, and each are above a location, because if he chooses a fate card from this deck, it has to be played at this location, and so on.
Yep.
And he picks 1 pile and looks through all 4 of my cards, or however many are left. They started with 4. And he can play 1 of them. So he actually gets 4 options, but he's also pigeonholed where he has to put it into one of my locations.
That's right.
It's not difficult, it's just different than your typical fating action.
That's right. And last thing you need is power. Power is like the resource that we use to buy cards and to pay for stuff in the game. So power is money. And
money is power.
And money is power, sure. The last thing we need to decide is who's going to go first, Yzma or Cruella?
Gosh. They're pretty equal, aren't they?
They are.
Both ladies, they're both evil, they both try to hurt animals. I'll go.
Okay.
Ladies
so
first.
The first player gets no starting power, the second player will get 1 starting power, and then each player is going to draw 4 cards to start the game with. On your turn, as I kind of said earlier, you're going to take your mover and move to one of the other locations on your board, on your realm. So, like, I could come to any of these, or Emily will here in a second. And you're going to take the actions in any order on that location. So, if you want to go ahead and kick it off, and we'll go over all the actions as we get to them and kind of explain what they do.
Well, I'm going to come over to the jungle.
Okay.
And this, the first thing I'm going to do is collect power, and this one gives me 3 power.
Yep, so that is the power action right there. In the middle of the circle, the little power symbol, it will have a number, and that's just how much power you'll get for taking that.
Right. And then this one has 2 play actions and 1 discard. So I'm going to go through my play first. And
so each play a card action allows you to play 1 card from your hand, and only 1 card.
So for one of my play actions, I'm going to pay 2, and you can see the cost is in the top corner. And this one is an effect, which means it's an instant effect, and it's called Eavesdrop. Look or choose one of your fate decks, look at all the cards, shuffle, and return them. Yep. And that's really important to me because I have to find where Kuzco is. He's hiding. He's a hero, so he's hiding in my fate deck. So I have to look through them. I got to find him. I've got to try to get him out. And then I've got to try to get Kronk out. Yep. And then I've got to try to beat him.
So just so Emily, to explain the anatomy of a card real quick, the top left will always have the cost to play the card. So as Emily said there, it matches the power symbol on your board, so it all makes sense. Yep. It costs 2. The name of the card is right there. So Eavesdrop, the type of a card is at the bottom. So there's effects and allies are the 2 primary types of cards, and items is the third. Mm-hmm. So you'll be seeing lots of those. And then if it's an effect, as Emily said, it's a one-time use. You do this ability right there, and then it gets discarded.
Yep. So I am going to use that. I'm going to choose just going in order.
And now, when Emily's taking those actions at that location, you can do them in any order, and you can skip any actions you don't want to take as well.
So I have done one of my play. I have another play. However, can't really play any of them right yet at the beginning. So I'm going to skip that play, and then it goes into discard.
And when you take the discard action, it looks like that right there. And that allows you to actually discard any amount of cards from your hand as you want. It is important to note, though, that you do not draw up until the end of your turn. So
I'm going to discard just one of my cards. So then that will complete my turn. So I'll draw back up to 4 and pass to you.
Okay. I want to head over here to the hall. And this has 5 different actions on it here. So kind of go ahead and show that. So again, there's these 5 different actions. I can take them in any order once I get there. And yeah, I guess I'll just kick them off here. So the first one I'm going to do is take power. It only has a 1 power spot, so I'll just be getting 1 power. It has a play card action, so I will be taking the play card action. I'm going to play an item that costs 1, and this is a flashlight. So this is an item, so I'll put it at one of my locations, and it has an activate symbol on it. That means if I take an activate action on my board, I can activate the flashlight. When you take with that action, which looks like this, it allows you to activate 1 card in your realm that has the activate symbol on it. So now that I have a card that has that activate symbol on it, I can actually activate it. So I'll just put that at the milk farm, no big deal. So I've taken my power, I've played a card, I can move an item or ally. There's no need for me to move them right now. I can discard cards. Well, actually, I'll do the move action just to show it off how it works. So the move action is right here, move an item or ally. It's got the card with the arrow to the left or right. And when you do that, you can just move a card one to the left or one to the right. So I'll just move it over to countryside just to show how the action works. And then I'm going to take this activate action here and actually activate this card. So it says, choose a puppy token from the supply and add it to the specified location. So Cruella de Vil has a different set of tokens that no one else has in the game. Yep. Puppies. So they're up here in the supply right now. So I'm just going to choose one and go over what they do here. So there's the puppy token. It's got a picture of a Dalmatian puppy. It's got the amount of puppies it actually counts as, and it tells you what location to put them at. So this one will go to the hall. And now I have them in my realm. They aren't technically captured. I have other cards that allow me to capture the puppies in the game later. But they'll all have that on them. So they'll have the number of puppies it's worth, and then the location they go to when they're revealed. So let's see here. I can discard cards. I'll discard this one and then draw back up. That'll be the end of my turn.
Okay. I am going to come to the palace. First thing I'm going to do is collect my 2 power. I do have a Vanquish action, which I'm not going to take. I have a move action, which I'm not going to take, but I am going to use the play. So for 1, I'm going to play Smash It with a Hammer. It is an effect, and I choose one of my fate decks and reveal 2 random cards and discard them. So this is another way to help me narrow down and try and find where Cusco is.
So, choose a fate deck and reveal 2 cards at random from it.
I know.
And discard them. All right.
Should I shuffle? Should I have you take 2?
Random.
Take 2 random.
Okay.
We'll keep it honest.
Take this one and that one.
All right. Should be noted, if I did reveal Cusco, because these cards get discarded, I actually wouldn't discard him. I would take all of my remaining fate cards, shuffle them up, and redistribute them back into 4.
It does say that right on Cusco's card, too, so it'll tell you.
But, thank you, Joe. He got rid of 2 effects, Beware the Groove and the Path of Righteousness for me. So those are 2 things that would probably hurt me.
Yep.
So I'm grateful. I'll take it.
It is important to note that Yzma does have some cards called Wrong Lever. And if those get revealed, even though they're just being revealed with Yzma's card, they do still take effect, but one of those did not get revealed. So it is dangerous to go looking through your fate decks.
Right. Well, take half my power is only 1 right now.
Right. So. It would remove half of her power, so.
So because I am not taking the move or Vanquish, then I'm just going to draw up and finish my turn.
Okie dokie. I'm going to come over to this location here. I'm going to activate again the flashlight to find another puppy. This one goes to the countryside, and this one is worth 22 puppies. So that'll go right there. And let's see here. Okay, so I have the Vanquish action there, but you can only Vanquish when you have a hero and an ally to fight in your realm, which I don't have either of yet. And I do have a Fate action, which we haven't taken yet. So the Fate action looks like the cloud with the lightning bolt there. And that allows me to Fate another player in the game. So if it was most villains, you just draw 2 cards from the top of their Fate deck, choose one and play it against them. But as Emily explained at the beginning, Yzma's got a little bit of different setup. So she has 4 Fate decks. I'm going to get to actually pick up the entire deck, one of them, and then choose a card from it. So I'm going to choose this one here. And then it has to be played to that location.
Right. So thank you so much for taking my jungle location.
You're welcome. Okay, so I'm going to play Pacha. Pacha is a hero. The Fate decks have a lot of heroes or effects in them mostly. Some of them do have items as well. But, so this is the anatomy of a Fate deck card. It's got an awesome looking picture, the name of the person or the effect or item, and then what it does here if they have a special ability. And since this is a hero, they do have a strength at the bottom left as well, and that's how strong they are. That's how much strength and allies you'll need to defeat them. Pacha does have a special ability as well, though. So Pacha says, when Pacha is played, you may shuffle 2 of Yzma's Fate decks together, deal the cards as evenly as possible to replace the shuffled Fate decks. So I get to choose 2 of her Fate decks and shuffle them up here and then redistribute. So I want to take this one because she's looked at it.
Which would really stink if I knew where Cusco was at.
Right.
And then you shuffle him, and now I might not.
Right. And even though even if Cusco wasn't in here, she knew that information. But now
I don't.
Cusco might be back at the palace again.
Yeah. Why is he? Was he in the jungle?
I don't know.
Why? Because you took that pile? A lot of speculating.
Okay, so there's your palace, and there's the jungle.
Thanks.
Alright, so that is the Fate action. I activate it. I can play a card. And nope, I don't have what I need to play yet. So I'm just going to end my turn. I don't draw any cards because I already have 4. So.
Okay, I'm going to come to Pacha's house. I am going to gain my 1 power. I am going to Fate you.
Oh no.
So I will take
So this is normally how Fate works, is you'll get 2 cards, and then Emily will get to choose one of those.
So I could choose Anita and Roger, which is a hero, and when a puppy token from the supply would be added to this location, return it face up to the supply. Or an effect called Reckless Driving, and you discard an item from Cruella de Vil's realm, and I'm going to go ahead and choose Reckless Driving and get rid of that flashlight. You don't need to find those puppy tokens.
Darn.
Alright, so I have collected, I have faded. I am going to play for 1 Beauty Sleep, because she sure is a beaut. This is an effect, and Beauty Sleep can only be played as the first and only action. Oops, I should have.
That means you couldn't Fate.
Yep. Oh, well, alright. Never mind. I'm not going to play Beauty Sleep.
You can take your 1 power back then, or however much it was.
I might play it. Play something still though.
Okay.
I'm gonna live dangerously. So
Okay.
it was still 1, but now I'm gonna play this effect after them. Choose one of your fate decks. Reveal all the cards. Sounds great, right? Play all revealed heroes to that location. Shuffle and return the rest.
Yep.
So I might pick Cusco, but I might just get 4 heroes that are there to mess up my day. But.
Right.
I feel like Yzma likes to live dangerously.
That's
so,
right. When you're hunting an emperor, sometimes you have to
I've
be
taken
dangerous.
2 out of that, so I'm actually just going to pick this because at worst I get
2 cards. Yeah, so you reveal them.
Okay.
Oh my gosh!
I did.
She found Cusco already.
I did. So 1 was an effect, so that would be shuffled and put back. However, it's the last one, so it's just going to go there. And I found Cusco.
So yeah, I'll show off Cusco for you. So Cusco is a 7 strength hero. He's very strong. And as I said earlier, it does have a special effect here. And the special effect is if Cusco is discarded, shuffle him and all Yzma's fate decks together. Deal the cards as evenly as possible to form 4 new fate decks. So there you go. Cusco will go to Mudka's meat hut.
Yep. Now I just got to find Kronk.
Yep. Now you just need Kronk.
All right. So I'm still not going to do the move thing, so I am going to finish my turn.
Okay, I'm going to head over to Countryside and gain my 3 power. I'm going to play for 2. No, I don't want to play that, do I? For 1, no, geez. I'm going to play the Devil Take It. So this is an effect. It says choose an item or effect in your discard pile and put it into your hand. So I'm going to go ahead and take that flashlight back. Put that in my hand. And then for my second play card action, I'm going to play the flashlight for 1 and get that back out there so I can find some more puppies. And I can move an item or ally. I don't need to do that, so I'm going to end my turn and draw 1 card.
I'm going to come to the palace so that I can gain 2 power. I am going to... Oh, I guess I could have just... For the 2 power, the play action, I'm going to choose Imperial Guards. They are just an ally. They have no additional ability, but they do have a 3 strength.
That's right. So here are the Imperial Guards. There's the cost of them too. And as Emily said, no additional ability, so it does just note that there. And then there's their strength. So as we were kind of referencing, like with Pacha earlier, the strength of the hero has to be... well, you have to defeat the strength of the hero if you want to try and vanquish them. You have to have more strength than a hero's.
Which I don't yet, but I may have a plan up my sleeve.
Okie dokie. Plans are good.
So I am, once again, I'm not going to use the move, and because they're only a 3, I can't use the vanquish, so I am going to finish up my turn. That was short and sweet.
Okay. I'm going to head back over to the hall. I'm going to start by activating the flashlight again. 22 puppies at the hall! Oh my gosh! Alrighty. I can play a card. Well, I'm going to take my power. And then for 2 power, I'm going to play a card that is bought and paid for. Capture 1 puppy token from Cruella de Vil's location. So this is an effect. And what it does, it just allows me to choose one of the... I actually have to be at the location for this one, where she is. I can just take it and I can put it down here in the captured puppy section. So now I have 22 of the 99 puppies captured that I need to win the game.
So close.
So close. I can discard cards, so I'm going to go ahead and discard 1 card. And I can move an item or ally. I don't need to move the flashlight, so I'll go ahead and draw back up and be done.
Okay, I'm going to come to Pacha's house again and take 1 power. I'm going to play, for 1, Dagger, which is an item. And Dagger says that when Dagger is played, attach it to an ally, and that ally gets a +1 strength. When Dagger would be discarded, put it in your hand instead.
Ooh.
So,
I love the art on that one. She's got the dagger on her hip.
that's the upper thigh at the very least. So I'm going to attach Dagger to my Imperial Guard allies, which means that they will now have a strength of 4 if we're keeping track. I don't have a Vanquish yet, but can you see what's going to come?
I can.
Okay. So I have played, I've collected power. I am not going to reload or move anything. I'm going to fate you, though.
There's your 2 fate cards
Thank
to choose
you,
from.
sir. So I've got an effect that flew the coop. Choose one captured puppy token and return it face up to the supply. Ooh. Or Twilight Bark. Choose and play a villain from Cruella de Vil's Fate. Hero. Sorry. From the Fate discard pile.
That's right. So she would be able to look through my discard pile of my fate deck and choose a hero and play
You have a hero one, but it doesn't seem to do that great. So I'm actually going to choose the Flew the Coop effect, and it lets me take one of the puppy tokens, and I'm going to,
It'll be returned to the supply, but it does stay face up, so when I take a puppy token, I can choose one of the face up ones or to choose a random face up.
So you know it's
I do know, yeah. I know
puppies.
where those puppies are at. I can recapture them.
Okay, and then, so I'm not taking my fourth action, so I'm just going to draw up.
Okie dokie. I am going to move over to Countryside. I'm going to take my 3 power. And then for 1, I'm going to play another flashlight, just in case you discard mine. I can play another card here. I want to pay for 1. Choose an item or effect from your discard pile and put it into your hand. It's the Devil Take It. I want to take back the bought and paid for. That's the one that lets Cruella de Vil capture the puppies herself. That'll end my turn, so I'll draw back up to 4.
Okay. I'm going to come to the palace, take my 2 power, and then the first thing I'm going to do is Vanquish.
So that's a new action we haven't done yet. Yep. So Vanquish looks like that, and we'll go over how that works right now.
So now that I have my allies with a 4 strength, thanks to the dagger, they are at the same
location.
Same location and same strength to be able to beat Pacha, so he will get discarded. However, my ally will also be discarded, and generally so would the dagger. But the bonus, I guess, of this is that, remember, it gets put right back into my hand.
Yep. So, as Emily kind of went over there, when you want to defeat a hero, you use the Vanquish action. You have to have an ally or allies at that location that are equal to or greater than the strength of the hero. So, Emily had 4 strength on her Imperial Guards. Pacha had 4 strength. And then they both will get discarded. Or if you use multiple allies, all those allies will get discarded that fought and defeated the hero.
Right.
And then any items that are attached usually get discarded, but the dagger is special.
Okay, so I now get to play a card, and I am going to play for 1, Smash It with a Hammer. Choose one of your fate cards, reveal 2 random cards, and discard them, which seems silly since I already have Cusco, but it's less cards for you to fate me with.
That's right.
So I am still going to use it, and you can pick 2 cards and get rid of them, and just hope it's not half the power one. What do we get rid of?
I don't know.
We've got Wrong Lover!
Excellent!
Great. When the Wrong Lover is revealed, you must immediately play it. Yzma loses half of her power rounded up, so I will lose 2 because I have 3.
Yep.
But he can't use it if I have like 80 power.
That's right.
And then another effect of Beware the Groove. So those are 2 less things you can use against me later while I'm searching for Kronk.
Alrighty.
And then that was my last action, but I don't get to draw up because I got the dagger back, so I already have 4 cards, so it is your turn.
Okay. I'm going to head over to the hall again. I'm going to activate another flashlight. I'm not going to choose the one that's face up. I want to choose a different one. And it's 11 puppies at Radcliffe House. I'm going to take my 1 power, and then I'm going to play the card I Live for Furs. Gain 1 power for each location in your realm that has at least 1 puppy token on it. So it's going to give me 3 more power. That's right, building up some power over here. And now I can discard. So I'm going to discard these 2 cards and then draw back up. I need to find my allies. My allies are probably the best way I can capture some puppies here. So
it's me?
Yep.
It's very similar to what I'm doing. I'm coming over here so I can get some more power. Thanks to Kronk pulling the wrong lever. And then I'm actually not going to use either of my play actions. I came over here because I got to discard. I've got to be able to find
Kronk.
Find my man.
So
I'm going to finish my turn.
I got the last type of card that we haven't seen yet. Well, at least in these two villains. This is a condition card, and condition cards are different than all the other cards in the game, as you don't play them on your turn. You would actually play them on another person's turn, and they activate and allow you to play. Like, each card is different, but it'll tell you what needs to happen for you to be able to play them.
Right.
So this is going to give something away to Emily, but it says, during their turn, if another player moves an ally or item, I may play this card. So I don't know how much moving Emily will be doing over there since she doesn't have any items or allies currently. So I may just need to discard that to clear some room in my hand here. Okay. I'm going to move back to Radcliffe, or to the countryside. I'm going to gain my 3 power. And for 1 power, I'm going to play the Roadster. And the Roadster is Cruella de Vil's car. It is an item. And its special ability, it says, when Roadster is moved, you may move it to any location. So instead of only moving 1 left or right, it can move to any location in my realm. You may move up to 2 puppy tokens from its previous location to its new location as well. So not only is Roadster good for, you know, just, that's essentially what it does. It's good for moving the puppies around my realm, getting them where I need them to be so I can capture them faster. And the next card I'm going to play for 2 is Bought and Paid For. That's the one I took back earlier. That allows me to capture a puppy token at Corella's location. So she's going to capture the 22 countryside puppies. And that'll be the end of my turn.
Okay.
Actually, I have a move action, don't I? So I'm going to move the Roadster from the hall all the way over to the Radcliffe house and get those puppies bundled up there together.
You can move that all the way over there?
That is it. When it is moved, it may move to any location. And it
Mm.
brings puppies with it. Now I am all set.
All right. I'm going to come to Pacha's house. I am going to gain 1 power. I am going to play for said 1 power. The Smash It With a Hammer, which we've seen, that lets me reveal and discard 2 random cards. Again, just less fading for you. So 2.
All right.
And we're getting rid of Chaka, which is a hero, and On the Run, which is an effect. So
The Chaka one's really good because...
Oh yeah, it does. It says that Yzma cannot defeat other heroes, including Cusco, if Chaka or Tipo is in her realm. So these would actually stop me, but bye-bye. Which is good to smash it with a hammer, even though I have Cusco. So that's some strategy. So I've played. I am not going to move anything. I'm going to fate you, though.
Okay.
All right, so I've got We're Labradors, or We're Labradors. I got twins. Remove up to 2 puppy tokens from 1 location, return them face up to the supply.
No.
I'm going to go ahead and move those 2 puppy tokens from the Radcliffe house back to the supply.
I put them together too soon.
And you can have that.
Oh, man.
And like I said, I'm not going to do the move, so I'm going to finish my turn and draw up.
Okay, I want to head back over to the hall. I am going to activate a flashlight to take back one of these. I'm going to gain my power, and then I'm going to play a card for 3 power. I'll be playing Jasper, my ally. Hey! So Cruella only has 2 allies in her deck. Jasper is one of them. He costs 3 power, and he has an activate action. So when I take the activate action, I can pay 1 power and capture up to 2 puppy tokens at his location. So I'll put him there because I know I can get some puppy tokens there.
Jasper.
I can discard some cards, so I'm going to go ahead and discard 2 cards. And I can move an item or ally. There's no reason to do that because I don't have anything for the Roadster to bring over. So I'll end my turn. Go ahead.
Okay. I'm going to come to the jungle, collect my 3 power. And then I'm going to play a card called Fake Funeral. It is free, which is just a bonus. But I gain 1 power for each hero in my Fate discard pile, up to 5 powers total. So I'm going to go through my deck, my discard pile over here, and I have 1 hero, 2... Oh, I only have 2 heroes in all those cards?
Yep.
Well, I honestly thought there would be more. I wasn't paying attention. But at least I get 2 power.
Yeah.
For free, literally.
Yeah.
And then I am not going to play use my other play action. I am going to use the discard, though. Get rid of that card and draw back up and finish my turn.
Okie dokie. I am going to head over to the Radcliffe house. I'm going to play a card first. So I'm going to play Here, Puppies, for 1. And that is going to allow me to capture, or not capture, but choose a puppy token from the supply and add it to the specified location. So I'll be adding those 11 puppies back to the hall here. Then I'm going to take an activate action. I want to activate Jasper instead of a phone or flashlight. So I'll have to pay 1 power to do that. And it says capture up to 2 puppy tokens at this location. So now I have 55 captured puppies.
That escalated quickly.
It did, didn't it? Yes. Let me see here. I can fate you as well. So I'm going to do that.
My lack of heroes in my discard makes me nervous for the amount of heroes that would be left.
Yeah, let's try this one here.
Be nice.
I want to play Beware the Groove.
Uh-oh.
It says choose a hero from Yzma's Fate discard pile. So I'll take not Pacha.
The girl that ruins everything.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Chaka.
That one bit me, didn't it?
Shuffle that hero and up to 2 Yzma's Fate decks together. Deal the cards as evenly as possible to replace the shuffled decks. So not as great as I was hoping, but here we go.
Oh, so you just put her back in.
Yep, so she's in there, so
I am not going to play the hammer on those 2 because I do not want
it wouldn't matter, because when they're revealed, you just discard them, right?
Oh, yeah.
So that might be good for you to get rid of them.
Maybe I should aim for that then.
That's it for me, so.
Okay. I'm going...
What will you do now?
I know. I've got to discard.
You need to find your Kronk.
I've got to discard, but this is the only discard unless I come over here, but then I don't get any power, but I guess I have a lot of power. So I will come over to Mudka's Meat Hut. I will not play a card, but I will discard 2 cards and then finish my turn.
Okay. I'm going to head over to the hall. I'm going to activate a flashlight. So I'll just grab one of these puppies here. Oh, yeah. All right. The Radcliffe house. I can move an item or ally. So I'm going to move Jasper over 1. Just because. I'm going to gain a power. I can discard cards. So I'm going to discard 2 cards. And I can play a card. So I'm going to play the Fireplace Poker on Jasper. And that is an item that has to be attached to an ally. It says when Fireplace Poker is played, attach it to an ally. That ally gets +1 strength. When the ally would be discarded, discard the poker instead. So I can essentially use him to vanquish someone, but not have to discard him. And then I'm ending my turn, so I'll draw back up.
I am coming to the jungle. I'm gaining my 3. And I'm playing for 3, where all of my hard work has paid off. And I will play Kronk, my trustful ally.
Oh, no, you got Kronk.
So there is a bunch of stuff about Kronk that he is not discarded when he's used to defeat a hero, that when he is moved, you put power from the supply on him, whether I move him or an action or he is moved in any way. You would put power on him, and if he is a power of 3 or more, you actually put him at the top of the board, and he's treated as a hero. And then there are cards to remove that power or to put him back in my hand. But that's not going to matter, because I am putting him over here in the meat hut. But I guess I should have also noted that Kuzco is a strength of 7, and Kronk is only a strength of 6. I have one more play, and if we will all remember, my trusty upper thigh dagger is still hanging out.
That's right.
So I did get that back, and it adds 1 strength. So I played that. I'm going to attach that dagger to Kronk. And then I have a discard, but, you know, I don't need to discard. So I'm going to just draw up and finish my turn.
Okay, so what Emily needs to do now is just vanquish. Take the vanquish action. So I need to fate her this time around to be able to have a chance.
To bring out Chaka and stop me.
So I want to move to the Radcliffe house here. I'm going to start off by activating the flashlight to take this puppy token and put it here. Then I'm going to I don't need the Vanquish. I'm going to play for 1, you idiots, which is an effect. Either move an ally to your location or choose an ally from your deck or discard pile and put them into your hand. So I want to look through my deck for Horus, my other ally, and put him into my hand. And since I look through my deck, I do have to shuffle it. And then I will fate you.
Ooh, wait, whoa. Now,
condition.
I've got a condition. Superiority. During their turn, if another player targets you with a fate action, you may play Superiority, which means that I will choose the fate deck that you look at.
Oh, okay.
So, I want to take my odds because there's only 1 card there.
Mm-hmm.
But it could be Chaka.
Well, no.
What?
You know it's not Chaka. It could be Tifu, though.
Oh.
Yeah.
But then Chaka could be in 2 of these. So I'm going to have you choose this one.
Okay.
You have to look through that deck.
I have to look through this deck.
Thank you, Superiority. God. I don't think he found him.
No, Vanquish is on the bottom. Alright, I'll just play Chief Check because it's the easiest here. And then the other one doesn't have really any chance to do anything different. If Yzma moves to Chicha's location, she immediately loses 2 power. Which she won't be going there, I'm guessing. So
don't foresee
I will end my turn.
Alright. I will come over to the palace. I guess I don't really need to build it up, do I?
Nope.
I'm going to choose to use my Vanquish action first, and Kronk, with the help of the Dagger at a 7 strength, is now equal to or greater than Kuzco, so I am going to defeat Kuzco, which was my objective.
Which means you win.
I win.
I was so close to catching more puppies.
You're halfway there.
I would have got 88. I would have been up to 88 next turn. Yeah, I only need to find one more puppy token.
Close. I had a lot of cards, too, if I wouldn't have found Kronk. There are cards that, allow you to search.
Kind of like what I had for mine, yep.
To search through and find him wherever he is at, so.
All right.
I had hope either way, but yeah.
That is Disney Villainous, Cruella de Vil versus Yzma.
Yes.
We're going to head over, I guess, see if there's any questions or if anyone's got any comments or anything. I'm not seeing too much here. I love all the flavor text and references in these games. Great for remembering a favorite movie. Oh, I agree with that. And the art is amazing, too, as well. It just makes me, some of it makes me laugh, like Yzma's dagger.
It's alarming how much he likes that dagger in the
It's
upper
so
thigh
funny.
shot of Yzma.
Well, it's her face. It's not the dagger. She's like, ah!
Is it, though?
Look at, yeah, just look at her face.
They all saw it. What?
She looks like a skeleton.
That's just her face.
I know. Oh, boy. Let's see here. I'm not seeing any questions come through at all. So I guess we're going to go ahead and wrap up the stream.
Yep.
Again, thanks for joining us. Hopefully you enjoyed the playthrough. Enjoy the rest of your Essen spiel.
Yes.
Until next time, my name's Joe.
I'm Emily.
Have a nice day.
Bye.
Bye.